Testing. Okay, welcome to episode 217 of the Tales of Stu Spudman and Stu Spudclone and Stu Mac in American Truck Simulator with storytelling from The Sims 4 and the XCOM games. In this episode, unless something happens, I plan to do load number 1000. We are sitting on, the next one is going to be $9.99. And I'm looking to get something kind of short for that one. Especially since I got limited time tonight since I got started later. And then if there's time after that, if I get both $9.99 and 1000 done, then I will do Stu Mac's 350th load. Okay, so I'm gonna have to load the game twice, or you're not gonna see the game loading because I was loading different games yesterday. Here, let me just do it, okay? Let me just do it and we'll get on with it. I currently don't have that game selected in Streamlabs, so let me try to select it. It usually won't let me. And okay. So there we are, we're on the game. I'm gonna get my headphones on because, speaking of game, the Tigers are playing right now. Okay. So, as things stand at the moment, I might be working at least 4 hours tomorrow. So I might not be having an all-day stream or whatever it was I was going to do tomorrow. So, which is why I'm going ahead and trying to do this tonight, even though I'm short on time. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save on this one. So I need a load, preferably a short one. And then load 1000 will be Stu Spudman. I'd like for it to be I want this load here, if I can get it. I've got to get a load done before that happens because they're both the same profile. Even if I use the other driver, it's technically the same guy. So I'm not going to be able to sleep, because if I slept right now, this load goes away. Okay, this... And then we'll be there to grab the other load. So here's what we'll do. Well, I got that. Set as GPS destination. But this is going to be a family trip, so... Because I was going to do it the other way, but... And then I want you to use... No. Well... We'll switch over before we do the other one, then. Yeah, it's okay. No, damn it. I wanted to use this one, but oh, just shut up, okay? Just don't do that, okay? Give me the trailer. Okay, now quick travel to Ontario, Oregon. All right, before I do anything, because I hate doing that. I don't want to save scum, but it's like, even though that other job says I got 10 hours to go do it, I'm leery of taking this job here and then somehow losing the other one. Alright, Robert, forget the gas. You got plenty of gas. Where the hell are you going? Okay, we just need to go here. So, let's get going. Okay, so we're going to start off. They're going to pick up a load of packaged food. This company manufactured some Melody Mac. Hopefully I'm able to get out of this damn parking lot going this way. And no, I can't. But I can turn around, so. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a load of Melody Mac to the sell goods in Twin Falls. And then we're going to pick up that load of potatoes okay, I probably needed to just go the other direction in that parking lot. Plenty of sleep time here. I mean, the driver is, as it just said, you know, you ain't tired, so you can't sleep right now. So. Okay, so we're going to take this. It's a 3-hour job. So this is load number 999. Oh, come on. So, this is using my new laptop that I got on Thursday. For those who are not aware, it's an Asus TUF 17-inch. It's got, you know, I got the full specs in the description at the end of it, and now I'm going too far. If anybody missed it from yesterday, I didn't do, like, gameplay. I didn't drive any trucks, but I was doing a setup stream for the new series that I want to work on. The series called Wish You Were Here. It is a mainly American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2 story. I have a driver named Amy that is from Oklahoma. And I have a driver named Eleonora, who is from England, driving in Euro Truck. So Amy will be driving in ATS, and Eleonora will be driving in Euro Truck, starting out in England. And I was not aware that, forgive me, but I was not aware that June was Pride Month or any of that. But I just happened to be starting a stream about two female drivers that, as the story goes, met each other when their families would go on summer cruises on the same ship, and possibly some other things where they would meet each other, but, you know, they don't live near each other. Amy's parents, one of them at least is a politician. They're in the Bible Belt. Eleanor's parents are somebody, you know, the mother is like low on the nobility chain and is trying to, something like Downton Abbey, where they're either trying to marry up in class or marry to keep hold of their estate, or trying to get the daughter, you know, trying to get Eleonora to marry somebody. And what neither of these parents know is that Amy and Eleonora are both gay. And as it so happens, they fell in love with each other. And they're trying to find a way to be together, but they're worlds apart. But yeah, I had I loaded the profiles, and I saved 2 games for each driver to get it set up. I did not drive any of the trucks. I basically I did a game save, and then started another one and did a game save, took a picture of the truck for each of them, and that's it. Okay, we're driving through Boise. I wonder if I'm going to have it. Now that I'm on this laptop, will there be any issues whatsoever? Because this was always the famous spot when I started having lag issues. You know, I was blaming the game, because there was a certain spot here where my truck would just like freeze frame, and I'm like, it's got to be something with the game. It can't be my truck. It can't be just my computer doing it. You know, but of course, as I went along and got into Montana and kept freezing up around Laurel and such, you know, certain areas had more lag. But yeah, they're gonna be driving trucks. They're gonna be underage driving trucks to start off with. Somebody's gonna have either a family member, like an uncle or something, helping them to try to get away from their families. You know, and then basically earn money while traveling their areas. And I'm gonna record as I'm doing a stream with them driving. I'm going to record that stream so that if I stop to take a picture of something or watch a video camera, or just in general record the gameplay, so that later on I can edit those down into video blog style episode things, as if the drivers had a YouTube channel and were uploading an entry. And while they're not going to directly talk to each other that way, it gives the other one something to see of them. Because, you know, they've got to hide the relationship from their parents while they're still underage. And they're trying to, like, avoid scandals and all that. And the reason why I say that I'm going to record the driving and all that is there's going to be days like what might have happened tomorrow. You know, I don't know if I'm going to get called into work tomorrow or not. But in order to try to get everything to keep going, I'm going to have just a truck driving stream where whatever driver I'm driving at the time is, you know, whether it's, you know, one of the two Stus here, or Stu Mac, or switch over to Amy, or load up Euro Truck and do the loads that I'm able to do that day, but have it recorded to turn into those episodes later on. You know, and then it's just a matter of, you know, I could just I put them on like a playlist that says, you know, featuring gameplay from both series, and, you know, I'll try to get it so it's not too confusing to people, but so Amy is starting out in Lawton, Oklahoma. I would have done Ardmore, except there's no garage there. So the story is that the parents live in Ardmore, which is just south of Oklahoma City. So the choice was to either do McAllister or Lawton, and we chose Lawton, because they both had garages. And then in Euro Truck, Eleonora is starting out in the, it's I believe it's still Britain or England, but it's near the Scottish border. It's called Carlisle. It might be in Scotland. I'm not completely sure, but there's a city of, there's Carlisle on the west, and then on the east is Newcastle upon Tyne. I believe that's what it's called. And we're not doing, we drive normal because this is Stu Spudman. When I play those two profiles, first of all, I'm going to be starting out brand new with barely any money, and it will be rags to riches style. So I'm going to have to try to drive carefully and slow and stop at the lights and do all the, you know. So we'll see how things go. I mean, you know, Lord knows I can't stop the AI drivers from getting into my lane and crap. my intent for this particular series after we get through the 1000th load, at some point real soon, Stu Spudclone is going to be doing loads related to helping the rebuilding efforts in California. So lumber and house prefabs and things like that. And then Stu Mac is going to start doing loads to gather more of the processed alien alloys, and taking those to the places where they'll be turning that alien alloys into things for the project. A project to prevent the underwater aliens from starting the Terror from the Deep war. And preventing basically a type of fallout that will happen even if the humans win the Terror from the Deep war. Humanity and the planet will suffer even if we win Terror from the Deep. Wow, an Equos power truck here at Sell Goods. That's kind of the irony. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this parking. One load of Melody Mac. And there it is. Okay. However, now that we've done that, I want to. It's still available, so now I can double check other loads. I mean, sure, I could do this one, but I wish this was the Sunshine Crops one, but okay, I know what it is. Because Stu Mac and Stu Spudclone are both busy with what they're doing, HR needs more potatoes. And they know that these Twin Falls potatoes that are in this warehouse are the most infused that you can get because they're still growing in that original Elerium rich soil. So, not only is there this bonus here that they're offering to somebody to take this load, but there's other bonuses involved as well. And it's HR doing it in such a way that they're trying to get Stu Spudman to take this load to Amarillo. Let's say they specifically offered him the money because they want to help him with his other business ventures and such. Make sure that he's taken care of because he's, doing his, the company with Shannon and, still trying to finalize the adoption of Melody and basically helping them to live comfortably, make sure the farm's paid off and all that. So that is why Stu Spudman is about to take this load to Amarillo. Now, I was going to do... You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, maybe. No, we're not gonna do that. Aren't we? Let's just go get this. I don't want to lose it. We're here. Let's go get it. Okay. They want it there by basically 10 o'clock Friday. Oh. So this is the 1000th load. Let me confirm that. Yes, it is. Dinner out of this, aren't I? Yep, you are. This is starting to really make me mad here. You know, all I wanted to do was, Oh yes, of course. I'm getting hung up on the stupid pole now. Okay. Swing that trailer over. Alright. Okay, we got plenty of time for this. So. Yeah. Okay. I might not make it all that way, but we're gonna... You know what? I think I've been here in the other profile, and I don't think I necessarily want to go that way. All right, we're just gonna keep an eye on our sleep thing. Alright, so we got the whole family here going on this trip to Texas. Yeah. So this one's gonna take a while. It's already 10:30, so this is probably, unless some miracle happens and we get this baby done in a hurry. That's on the other side of the road. But this is a family trip, so we're supposed to stop at the stoplights. Okay, I don't like that. Whoa. I need to get off the tracks. Y'all can do whatever you want back there on them tracks, but I ain't gonna be on there. I remember the one, I don't know if it was one that I recorded or not, but I was pulling a triple trailer through here. And I'm like, is this thing long enough for me to be, parked here and reach all the way back to those tracks? The Miss Potato Contest. You want to enter? The future Mrs. Spudman? Bear with me, I'm trying to get some music going. Not really what I want to listen to, but let's just. But this is how we started off. We started off with requiring that we drive careful. For one thing, it's not necessarily how other people play. So it's just something I was trying to do, kind of unique to what I'm doing. I mean, for starters, those early loads, I recorded them. So it was just me and playing the game, and I wasn't worried about, I wasn't trying to do a live stream of 6 hours or 12 hours, or, I just was recording a few loads and then releasing it as a video. So, what I'll probably do is drive this down to Amarillo. probably for Stu Max 350th, I might have him do something from Amarillo. Unless I have something else in mind, I might do something different. Dance for Pedro. Seriously, everybody get up and do a dance for Pedro. Y'all can do it. Okay, well. Oops. I was adjusting something on the other screen. Don't do this at home. I'm a professional. Klutz. I was making sure the other laptop had this on live, you know, because it starts to get a little more delayed as the thing goes along. Now, one of the problems I'm going to have as part of that rags to riches thing for Amy and Eleonora, they're underage drivers. They're not going to be able to be stopping at the way stations. So they will be getting fined for it. Mainly the company they're driving for will be technically, you know, whoever it is that's letting them drive. Second here. So, well, we got a long road to do here. Maybe I'll do a little recap of what's been going on in this series. Of course, it started out Stu Spudman . 'Cause he had a cameo in my World Without You series. And at that time, he was in Savannah, Georgia, at a vocational academy or a college or something like that had not only like video game programming as a course, but also culinary. Because he was originally going to become a video game programmer, much like his hero or idol, Norman Bailey Jr. from my Grape Jelly series. And culinary-wise, he also wanted to someday possibly have a restaurant in New York or something like that. That was the big ambitions portion where he ended up opening a French fry restaurant instead in the future. And that's the future of one timeline. Not sure which one. It could be a past timeline that has since changed, or it could be a future timeline. But his plans were interrupted when he received a call or a letter or something from Uncle Stanley Stud Spudman asking Stu to come up to Idaho to help with the potato farm because Uncle Stud is retirement age. And Stu did that. He came here up to Utah, to Idaho. But somehow when he arrived, to his surprise, there was no potatoes on the farm. The farmland was like barren and like something had laid waste to it or something. And turns out an XCOM battle had happened across the street, and the ship had crashed and Elerium particles were dispersed on the farm and got into all the soil in the area. So when Stu Spudman replanted potatoes, they soaked in the Elerium dust. I didn't see if that said to come in or not. We'll go in. Damn it! Trying not to do that. So, in The Sims, while he was out and about in Boise, well, at the farm, he triggered the first video camera that had apparently been planted by aliens and caused an automated cloning and manufacturing process to recreate all the aliens on Mars. And they came back to Earth and attacked again. But while Stu was in Boise, he triggered the camera there, which happened to have been left by XCOM. And he found himself recruited into XCOM. And so he and Uncle Stud and myself and others from the chat and went and fought that second XCOM war. Not Terror from the Deep, but a rehash of the first XCOM war. After the war, using the technology they had and mind wipes and all that, XCOM and the government once again mind wiped anybody who had any knowledge that war took place and rebuilt and reset the towns and made it look like nothing had happened. So Stu Spudman resumed doing his loads of potatoes and was trying to expand the Stu Spudman, or the Spudman's best, the Spudman's Best potato brand, and trying to get away to get to New York. Well, he expanded as far as Roswell, New Mexico. When he was going through Roswell, he saw the buildings with the pictures of aliens on them. It just so happened to be pictures of sectoids from the war. Not necessarily pictures of the war, but they are beings from the war, and while he couldn't quite remember it, he was having deja vu moments. And he stayed in that area for a few loads, trying to investigate, and he bought a garage there. but he accidentally, there were sectoids living in the town, and they were in disguise, and they got the drop on him, and mind controlled him, and kidnapped him. They cloned him. They had him helping them plant crops so that they were running out of food and power, and they were having him show them how to farm and such. In the meantime, the clone, Stu Spudclone, started driving his truck and doing logistical deliveries to those sectoids of anything, you know, power supplies, food, just basically hijacking loads or bringing loads, and you know, and a sectoid wearing a Stu Spudman disguise went to Twin Falls and was living at the farm. Now, I skipped over the part, I didn't mean to skip over the part where Melody entered the picture, but Melody was a stowaway who climbed into Stu's truck when he was driving through one of the big cities, probably Boise. And then she was staying at the farm when a lot of people were coming and going, and it took a while to notice that that kid was staying there. One thing led to another, and social services got involved, and then Shannon Nobles, who is sitting here, is a former orphan who grew up specializing in helping people adopt kids who would otherwise get turned down for stupid reasons. And, well, let's just say Stu Spudman was falling for her before he left town and got kidnapped. And when he got away from the aliens, he came back and was like, okay, take it to the next level. And one thing led to another, and now they're engaged, and they've got social services off their back because the aliens mind controlled them, or actually, I think Stu Spudman might have mind controlled them. Whatever I said in that episode, I believe that was episode 100, or 500, whatever episode that was. I don't know. Or maybe it was load 500. Yeah, I don't think it was episode 500. We just passed 200. Duh. Anyway, so when he came back, he did a little bit of potato loads, but they also started a company to make Shannon's macaroni, and they named it Melody Mac. Stu Spudclone was supposed to rendezvous with that alien in Twin Falls, but he never quite made it there, and instead ended up in Olympia, Washington, where, well, one thing led to another, and he got blackmailed into working for Big Tony Testformaggio, a mob boss. And he met Georgia in Fresno. And he likes her. And then in the meantime, in Amarillo, Texas, a time portal opened up, and Stu Mac, or somebody named Stu, drove through that portal in a white Mack truck, crashed into a fence outside of Mary's Cotton. They had memory issues. And all he could say when they were trying to ask him, you know, who are you, what's your name, and they saw that his name was Stu, but he kept saying Mac over and over again. So they called him Stu Mac. He recovered a journal that he had brought with him that just so happened to be the mechanic that had his truck found it in the truck and returned it to him. And with the instructions inside, he built a communications device so that he could somewhat get instructions from the future. So think of like a CB radio type device. He then did a bunch of loads for more electronic equipment and power supplies and whatnot, and created a kind of like a holographic projector, so that Doc from the future could give him another message, only almost in person. So and basically Doc told them that they need metal, lots of metal, mainly to make into alien alloys from XCOM. And they've been growing the Elerium infused potatoes Because every time you replant those, they still contain some traces of the Elerium. Which is a power source for alien technology. That we don't have any source. We don't know where they get it from. We don't, unless we find some in crashed UFOs or something that are on Earth, we gonna run out of that. So from the future, when they realize that those potatoes were infused or tainted with the Elerium, that's when they came up with the plan of using them as a power supply. Kind of like how a regular potato can be used as a battery. So, not to get off that subject, I mean, even though we're kind of almost caught up on it, what was I about to say? So yeah, they need the Elerium potatoes, and they need the alien alloys for their project, which there's a organization called HR, which has been giving these jobs and required loads to Stu Spudman, Stu Mac. Damn it. Technically, I could have went there, but that's not Stu Spudman's garage. So, yeah. Stu Mac is trying to prevent the alien war. The terror from the deep one. Stu Spudman is doing what he's doing right now, soon to be married. Okay, one moment, folks. I'm gonna get my coffee warmed up because I'm starting to nod off a little bit. But you're being good, aren't you? Oh, baby dog. Right? Yeah. Buddy. Yeah. I'm a good boy. Hi. Hi, bud. How are you? Give you a hug. Okay, yeah. I'm a good guy. I'm a good boy, huh? Yeah. Good boy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good boy. All right. Okay. Okay, so we're basically halfway there. All right. Well, let's get back on the road. Oh, yeah, I need fuel, so I gotta watch for a fuel place. One second here. Playlist links. Stu Sims. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Yeah. It's just not showing on here. And then what you honking? You're lucky I'm not playing Stu Spudclone right now, or you'd be toast back there. Oh. And, so currently, Stu Spudclone, using the same profile as Stu Spudman, started doing loads mostly for the Walbert locations in Washington, Oregon, California, and Nevada, because those are the ones that Big Tony has influence over. And and then he was trying to help Big Tony take over the Walbert locations. You know, Stu Spudclone was trying to help take over those locations from Carmine Piano de Bologna, a different mobster. recently, coinciding with the rework of California, I explained that by saying that a major earthquake hit California, Central California, affecting all the areas that the California rework affected. The town of Oakdale was wiped off the map. The rail yard in Bakersfield was destroyed. Several Walmart locations, the warehouses and stores, were destroyed. And because of that, Warren Shelby, the regional Pacific CEO of Walmart, promised several loads of food and other things to the victims of that earthquake. Damn eyes. Still got 10 hours of this to go. Yeah, we do, don't we? Oh well. So yeah, Stu Spudclone's been doing a lot of those earthquake loads. Now we're in Colorado. As far as story-wise, at the moment, I'm not connecting those two new drivers to this story. The only connection that I currently have is that the cruise ship that they keep meeting on when they're growing up is the Hyperion which is the cruise ship in XCOM that around the year 2040 will be sunk by the aliens. I knew this would be difficult, but damn, we're really getting difficult. Come on, keep your eyes open. Yeah, well, you know what else I'm failing to do? Keep my eyes open. If that keeps up, I'm gonna have to park the truck and finish this at another time. Oh man, this ain't working. Wake up. Oh man. Well, for starters, let's save where we're at. Oh boy. I don't want to do this, but I'm having a hard time staying awake. And I really don't want to have to start singing just to stay awake. But if I start nodding off one more time, we're gonna have to start up in another stream tomorrow. And just hope and pray that there's no game updates. Because, you know, that would be my luck. That was close. Alright, that's enough. We're gonna go up here to this, yeah, let's just go. We're gonna come up here to this bed thingy, and we're gonna stay there for the night. So, yeah. Sorry to those who were hoping to have a finish, but it'll have to wait. And it'll just be a matter of whether or not whether or not I'm working tomorrow or not, whether I do the early stream and finish this, or have to do it after work. But I anticipate it happening tomorrow, one way or another. So, thank you to those who were watching today. And to anybody who left any likes, whether you're watching now or in the future. And if anybody's not a subscriber, feel free to do so. If that's what you do, if you're somebody that subscribes to channels, or you specifically want to give mine a try. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm so out of it. I can't even think what I was about to say. So, anyway, thank you all for watching, and hope you have a good night and a good day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye for now.